What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder from the Crypto Wonder podcast. I hope you're doing well. So, I'm going to explain again in this episode why I talk about cryptocurrency, and specifically the cryptos I've been talking about with respect to PulseChain, Hex. You know, it boggles my mind as far as how crypto has become the greatest paying asset the world has ever seen. So naturally, if I'm of the mind of living off of my assets, why would I not talk about the greatest asset, as in cryptocurrency? Mind you, PulseChain hasn't launched yet, but the asset class in itself, we've seen what Bitcoin has done in 12 years. And within that same period of time, no other asset could claim those same facts. 6.9 million X in 12 years at its all-time high. Okay? People are out here. There are more people who are struggling than those who are not. And I would even say, even those who we identify as well-to-do may not be as well as we may think they are. But that's a topic for a different discussion. But we know having resources and money definitely helps. We know this. And I really wish people were to take their heads out from the ground and understand and study this stuff, man. Like, I don't care what level of comprehension you have or don't have, and studies, it doesn't care. I don't care if you have whatever academic credentials under your belt or lack thereof. Everyone understands money. Everyone understands how money works, as far as what the need for money, not necessarily how money works. Let me change that. Everyone does not understand how money works. But when we're talking about cryptocurrency, something that has literally changed lives for many people, the word is spreading, but I believe people can do more. I'm a man of a certain age, and I've been working for over 32 years, and I can't even retire if I wanted to. And I've also invested in different things, right? I have a career, right? Retirement plans, whatever, the retirement products employers offer, pensions, etc. Those returns, real estate, those returns have paled in comparison to what crypto has afforded people to date. I sacrificed my time, 3 decades worth, for a pittance of monetary energy and value compared to what this incredible type of technology has brought to many people. I would be an absolute fool if I didn't talk about cryptocurrency and would really want other people to learn about this. Not just the popular stuff, but really learn a little more. You have people who have founded projects, have founded blockchains, who earn millions of dollars per month staking. This is something that's unheard of in the legacy world. Anything close to that, in my small, limited knowledge of what legacy has offered, dividend-paying stocks, right? But we're not talking about stocks, we're talking about crypto. We're talking about something that eliminates third parties, that eliminates middlemen. It's you, your crypto, and the blockchain that's enriching the lives of many people. And the reason why I talk about Pulse is because what Pulse is promising to bring is nothing less than incredible. What Hex has done and is doing is nothing to sneeze at. It's nothing to frown upon or dismiss. These are opportunities that are waiting for people to utilize and even enjoy. You know, I try to teach my children about crypto because I see how necessary it is and how beneficial it will be for them in the future. I haven't delved into the metaverse arena because I'm a man of I'm a simple person. And not to say metaverse doesn't have its purpose, but I like what I talk about. But the future is unfolding in a certain way to let people know that crypto's not going anywhere. And people and families really need to get involved, need to come on board. Even if you don't, buy a crypto or acquire or do whatever, at least learn what it's about and what's going on. And I understand the fear factor because people are afraid of what they don't know. I get that, but that fear can be crippling and debilitating and cause you to lose out on something that could be potentially very rewarding for you, for many. You see, the language is different now compared to legacy. We're not only talking about 1x, 2x, 3x. We're talking about multiple X's of gains, where folks don't believe it at all. But it's reality. It's reality. And one thing that really bothers me, and really why I say families need to really learn, I don't care what socioeconomic status, status that you're in. Because even those who are at the bottom, who depend on welfare, right? Even those who receive assistance from the government, who've been living and surviving all this time, making a way, acquiring the best items that you can find in the hood that money can buy. You can sacrifice some of your time and lend some of that power towards something that you can utilize in crypto that'll reward you for a very long period of time. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Like I said, when you're on public assistance and you have the finest threads, your shoes cost more than my entire outfit, and I work and I pay taxes. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. That's why families need to really learn and listen to even their children when their children talk about crypto. Because this language is translating very well to the young population, especially kids who are just growing up in a day and age where all they know is the internet. All they know are devices, smartphones, electronic programmable money, now metaverse, NFTs, all this other stuff, DeFi. Listen to them when they talk to you and they find, if they should be so lucky to find products like Hex and Pulse. So that a situation where my son won't have to come to me complaining about how some kids in his school, 2 kids stepped on his sneakers because they were brand new, and the kids were jealous that he had a pair of sneakers and they didn't. A brand new pair of sneakers, fresh new sneakers, and they didn't. In a situation like that, I got upset quickly, and you know, the first thing that came to my mind was, did you punch him in the face? Because I grew up a certain way. Then I had to catch myself. And I thought about how I grew up, where we had to take turns as far as buying clothes. It was someone else's turn. It was this person's turn, that person's turn. Had to wait my turn. Because I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth. So I know there's pain. People and even kids are suffering through serious levels of hardship and pain. And I know in truth they didn't mean to step on my son's new sneakers that he worked so hard for. He has good grades and everything. He's trying his best to do his thing. And so I consoled him and told him how he could handle it. And that's not what I'm going to talk about here. Because that issue is not going to be just left that way anyway. So, but the parents, you understand, the adults, those of us who have dependents, those of us who take care of people, those of us who don't live like, you know, just we have individuals who depend on us, where it takes a financial strain on us all the time. Everything is a struggle. Crypto's right in front of our faces. And so many people are blind to it. They're blind to it for their own ignorance. They're blind to it for their own misconceptions. They create narratives that don't even matter, that don't even exist. Imaginary situations that'll never happen. And block their own opportunities and blessings. That needs to stop. That needs to stop. Because I get it. For some people, this is a holiday season, right? A lot of people, especially children, won't have a good holiday. And that's for many reasons. And a lot of the hardship stems from lack of resources. Lack of anything worth, like, you know, even talking about as far as being able to afford anything. And it's real. And it's sad And these are the reasons why crypto can fix a lot of these things. Can fix a lot of it. If you lend yourself the opportunity that's just right in front. I mean, it's here. This is not something where you have to dig through, some crates in the ground to unearth some type of, jewel or gem. No, it's at our fingertips. You could change your life as long as you change your thoughts. You could change the way you live as long as you believe, and change the way you think. This is a shift. There's a shift that's taking place. There's a great, huge shift that's taking place in the world. And it's causing a division that people are really not ready for. Even those who believe that they can still survive, they're going to face a serious, harsh reality very, very soon. And the reason why I say that is because the monies that were printed within the last 2 years have watered down our purchasing power, whether people want to believe it or not. And it's going to cost us more to obtain the same goods and services that we've been paying for in previous years. Crime is at an all-time high. I know, because I live and work in the inner city. Crime is at an all-time high. Crime on multiple levels. All-time high. If that's not a telltale sign of what's about to happen, I don't know what is. Unless people decide to live in their own gated, citadels or gated communities in their own bubbles, and sequester themselves in their gilded cages, I don't know what to tell you. But I think in order to temper these harsh realities, you have to really, really utilize what's in front of us, man. Like, really take a moment to understand what crypto is all about, specifically what PulseChain is bringing to the table. I don't care what price it opens up at. It's all going to start as, I don't care about any of that, because I'm not thinking about me. I'm thinking about other people who depend on me. I don't care if you were late or not in the sacrifice or whatever. I don't care. I don't create content to point fingers at those who don't know, or those who missed out on the. Who cares? You got another chance with Post Swap, soon to be called something else. So it doesn't matter. I don't care if you like Hex or don't like Hex. I don't care about that. This is about being empowered. It's not about liking the messenger. It's not about liking the founder. It's about utilizing what's been given to us. It didn't have to be here. Hex didn't have to be a thing. Hex didn't have to be created. PulseChain doesn't have to be created. And the fact that Hex exists and PulseChain will soon manifest to work as a blockchain. I mean, we should know oh, okay, let's take advantage of this. Because the reality is, again, the world is moving, whether we care or not, about whatever's going on. Things are happening. The Great Reset is real. The Great Reset is turned into the Great Resignation, where people have chosen to walk away from their jobs because they realized that their time, in addition with other reasons, of course, the jab, get the jab, not get the jab, whatever, but they realize that their time is also valuable. So that leaves gaps. The gaps between the haves and the have-nots widening. Now with the Great Resignation, folks are realizing I call it a great reawakening. This period that they say is marking crypto as part of the fourth industrial revolution, to me, is just a period of reawakening. And I don't believe in coincidences, right? Things are happening for a reason. It's probably greater than we'll ever know. But we have to play a certain role. We have to play our part. Make a contribution towards the betterment for all. That's just what I believe. And missing out on these chances, whatever it is that you like, even in crypto, it doesn't have to be Pulse and Hex. As long as they're solid projects and they're not trash rug pulls, if they're allowing you to live your life in a prosperous, healthy way, then so be it. If they're allowing you to feed your family, then so be it. That's why the word has to continue to spread. It has to spread. Just like the pandemic brought the world to its knees, but enriched the corporations and the oligarchs and the elitists, enriched them tremendously, and brought everyone else to its knees, riddled with fear or vitriol against one another. It's the same magnitude and effort that these cryptocurrencies, the opportunity to free ourselves from the strangleholds, the financial, economic, debt-ridden strangleholds that we've been under for generations. The word needs to spread more. And they're trying to censor, they're trying to suppress our voice, they're trying to suppress it. YouTube is not my channel. I don't own YouTube. They just gave me their permission for me to talk. I don't own this channel. My channel's not monetized. So they could pull the plug at their beck and at their whim. It doesn't matter. How often have we seen content creators who talk about crypto or even talk about information that really needs to be talked about? Different opposing views from what the mainstream wants us to hear. How many of those voices have been silent or silenced, censored? Why do you think the founder of Hex and right soon to be PulseChain doesn't have 1 million followers? The powers that be don't want the word to be put out there because it takes away from their control. It's as simple. It takes away from their ability to manipulate in their favor, to manipulate and take advantage of us. And frankly, they've done a great job. They've done an absolute great job. I want to take this moment also to appreciate every one of you who watch my content, every one of you who've subscribed to my channel, who've liked my channel, liked the videos, who shared the videos. You know, I appreciate you, because it just allows me to understand that, you know, the work is not going on deaf ears. The work that I've done has not been going on deaf ears, and that's well received, and it's much appreciated. And one last thing I'm gonna say, and this is not for the Hex community, and this is not for the PulseChain community. This is for the DOC community, the Drunk on Crypto community. You know, Drunk on Crypto is a stream, a collective of crypto enthusiasts who used to meet once a week and talk about crypto and just hang out, drink, and laugh. The stream took place weekly. And I gotta tell you, things have changed. Things have changed. The stream since has not been coming on for various reasons. And there's been turmoil in the community for various reasons. But DOC was a trend-setting platform. DOC was a place where people can come and hash out whatever disagreements they have, air their feelings out, air their concerns, air their, opposing views, and then everything is whatever. Water under the bridge, you keep it moving, as adults do. DOC, at one point, even Richard Hart was there on the channel. And the stream became, in a sense, legendary, because Richard Hart was faced with criticisms left and right about Hex, and I was even a person who opposed Hex. It's not a secret. But Richard also understands why and how, at first glance, if you saw Hex, people would think it was a scam. He made that clear. But since then, my position has changed altogether. But the DOC collective, they're having a one final stream tomorrow. And the pioneers of that channel, Crypto Pendu, Sunny, developer of the Ethereum Gold contract, and Crypto Saint, a content creator well known in the DApp space, are going to go head to head with one another. It's going to be, to me, because the DApp space is very small, people don't know about it, but this is going to be one epic stream that, if you know about hourglass contracts and the drama that took place within the last 3 years since the hourglass contracts have been a thing, since 2018, you won't want to miss this stream. You won't want to miss two titans fight it out. Clash of the titans, man. And I'm not saying fight it to be like, I'm not trying to create something incendiary. What I'm saying is, these are two pioneers in their own right, who've brought something to the DApp space that have since separated, and now they're coming to the table to air out their grievances towards one another. And some people who were Hexicans, who are Hexicans now, were part of the DApp space. So that's why, in a sense, like I said, Richard was on the stream. Richard knows about DOC. I'm not saying it for everybody to go over there and watch it, but I'm just telling you what's going on, the goings on. That's the community I came from. Because guess what? It's still a real community. Still a real community. I only try to just represent the real. I don't care if I'm accepted or not. It's not about me. I don't care about any of that. I don't care about any of that. I just care about authenticity. Things happen, man. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. But 6 o'clock tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Eastern time on Drunk on Crypto is going to be lit. And I aspire, and just me personally, I just hope that the Titans get to resolve their issues, and, you know, it's going to be scathing, but that, you know, people just, at the end of the day, we all adults, man. I just hope that they are able to understand each other's point of view and then keep it moving. Whether they're cool with each other afterwards or whether they separate and never talk to each other again, air it out. Slug it out. Do what you got to do. I'm going to have my popcorn ready on deck because, you know, this is highly entertaining, man. It's real talk. It's real talk. Real talk. Real talk. In any case, people, take care of yourselves. It's a Crypto Wonder. I will catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.